Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Skillify English, your slow, simple, and easy English podcast. I'm John.
And I'm Neha, and we're so happy you're here with us today.
Absolutely. You know, every time we record one of these episodes, I imagine all of you out there. Maybe you're on a walk, maybe you're cooking dinner, or maybe you're just sitting with a cup of tea and you're listening to us talk. And that feels really special.
It does. It's like you're part of our little family here at Skillify English. And speaking of family, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, family. One of the most important topics in life, right? And also one of the most common topics when you're learning English. I mean, think about it. When you meet someone new, one of the first questions they ask is, do you have any brothers or sisters? Or where's your family from?
Exactly. But here's the thing. Most English learners answer these questions in a very boring way, like a robot.
Yes, I have one brother. I have one sister. My father is a teacher. It's like reading a shopping list.
Right. And we want to help you sound more natural, more interesting, and more, well, human. So today, we're going to teach you how to talk about your family in a way that makes people actually want to listen.
Perfect. But before we dive in, Neha, let me ask you a question. Big family or small family?
Ooh, good question. I come from a pretty small family, actually. It's just me, my parents, and my younger brother. That's it. 4 people. Very quiet, very calm.
Wow, that sounds peaceful.
It is. I mean, growing up, our house was never chaotic. Dinners were quiet. We could actually hear each other talk. There was no screaming, no fighting over the TV remote.
That sounds like a dream. My family is the complete opposite. I come from a big, loud, chaotic family. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. And then there's my mom, my dad, my grandma who lived with us, and our dog Bruno. So that's 8 of us. Well, 7 humans and 1 very loud dog.
8? That's a lot.
Oh, it was madness, Neha. Our house was never quiet. Ever. Someone was always yelling, someone was always laughing, someone was always cooking something that smelled amazing. And dinner time? Forget about it. It was like a war zone.
A war zone?
Yes. Everyone talking over each other, fighting for the last piece of chicken, arguing about whose turn it was to wash the dishes. My dad would be at the head of the table, trying to get everyone to calm down, and my grandma would be hitting the table with her spoon like, "Quiet, I can't hear myself think."
That sounds exhausting.
It was, but you know what? I loved it. I wouldn't change it for anything. There was always someone to talk to, always someone to play with. The house was full of life, you know?
That's beautiful. I think that's the thing about family, right? Whether it's big or small, loud or quiet, it shapes who you are.
Absolutely. And that's what we want to talk about today. Not just who is in your family, but what they're like. Because that's what makes your family story interesting.
Yes, so let's talk about the common problem first. When beginner English learners talk about their families, they usually just list people. I have a mother. I have a father. I have 1 sister. It's very flat.
Right. There's no personality, no color. It's like you're filling out a form at the doctor's office.
Exactly. But when you talk about your family in real life, you don't just list names and relationships. You describe what makes each person special. You tell stories. You talk about their quirks, their habits, their personalities.
Yes. For example, I could say, I have 1 sister. That's boring. Or I could say, my sister is the organized one in the family. She's the person who remembers everyone's birthday and plans all the family gatherings. Without her, we'd be a mess.
Oh, I love that. See, now I have a picture of your sister in my mind. I can imagine her with a planner, writing down everyone's names and dates.
You're exactly right. She has about 3 planners.
And I could do the same with my brother. Instead of saying, I have one younger brother, I could say, my brother is the laid-back one. He never stresses about anything. While I'm panicking about exams or deadlines, he's just sitting on the couch playing video games, completely relaxed.
That's so much better. Now I know what your brother is like. I can picture him.
Right. So, listeners, this is your first big tip for today. When you describe your family, don't just say what someone is, say who they are. Talk about their personality. Are they funny, serious, loud, quiet, caring, stubborn?
Love it. And you know what? The best way to show someone's personality is through stories. So let me tell you a story about my family.
Ooh, I love stories. Go ahead.
Okay, so this happened about 10 years ago. My whole family decided to go on a holiday together. We rented a big house by the beach for a week. All of us, my parents, my siblings, my grandma, even Bruno the dog.
That sounds amazing.
It was supposed to be amazing, but on the very first night we had a disaster. My dad decided he wanted to cook dinner for everyone. Now, my dad is a great guy, but he is not a great cook. Actually, he's a terrible cook.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. He decided to make spaghetti. Simple, right? Wrong. He put way too much salt in the sauce, like an insane amount, and he didn't taste it before serving it.
No.
Yes, so we all sat down at this big table, and we were so excited. We were hungry from traveling all day. My dad put the plates in front of us with this big, proud smile on his face, and we all took a bite. And Neha, I swear, it was like eating the ocean.
Oh, my God.
It was so salty. My sister immediately spit it out into her napkin. My younger brother started laughing so hard he nearly fell off his chair. My mom was trying to be polite, but even she couldn't eat it. And my grandma, bless her, she just looked at my dad and said, "Son, I think you killed the spaghetti."
You killed the spaghetti. That's hilarious.
We still joke about it to this day. Every time my dad tries to cook something, someone says, "Remember the spaghetti?" And he just laughs and shakes his head.
I love that. See, that's what makes a family story interesting. It's not just what happened, it's the feelings, the details, the funny moments.
Exactly. Okay, your turn, Neha. Tell us a family story.
All right, so my story is a bit different. It's not funny, but it's sweet. It's about my grandfather. He passed away a few years ago, but I still think about him all the time.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I'd love to hear about him.
Thank you. So every year on the first day of summer, my grandfather had this tradition. He would wake up very early, like 5 in the morning, and he would make fresh mango juice for the whole family. He'd go to the market, pick the best mangoes, come home and spend hours cutting them, blending them, and making this perfect sweet cold juice.
That sounds beautiful.
It was. And the thing is, he didn't have to do it. No one asked him to, but he loved doing it. He'd put the juice in these big glass jugs and leave them in the fridge. And when we woke up, we'd all gather in the kitchen and drink it together. It was his way of saying, summer is here, let's celebrate.
Wow, that's such a lovely tradition.
It really was. And you know, even now, every year on the first day of summer, my mom makes mango juice. She doesn't say anything, but I know she's thinking about him. We all are. It's like he's still with us in that moment.
That's beautiful, Nia. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course. And I think that's the power of family, right? Even when people are gone, their traditions, their love, their memories, they stay with us.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've talked about describing personality and telling stories. Now let's talk about some useful vocabulary, specifically phrasal verbs related to family.
Yes, phrasal verbs are so important in English, and there are a few that come up all the time when talking about family.
Right. Let's start with take after. If you take after someone, it means you look like them or you act like them. For example, I take after my dad. We have the same sense of humor and we both love telling stories.
Nice. And I take after my mom. We're both very organized and we both love reading.
Perfect. Next one, look up to. If you look up to someone, it means you admire them, you respect them. For example, I look up to my older brother. He's very hardworking and he always gives me good advice.
I love that. I look up to my grandfather. Even though he's not here anymore, I still think about the way he treated people with kindness and patience.
Beautiful. And the last one, get along with. If you get along with someone, it means you have a good relationship with them. You're friendly. For example, I get along really well with my sister. We're very different, but we respect each other.
And I get along with my brother most of the time. We fight sometimes, but we're still close.
Great examples. So listeners, those three phrasal verbs, take after, look up to, get along with, practice using them when you talk about your family.
Yes, and now let's move into our word tour section. This is where we slow down and really focus on some key words and phrases from today's episode.
Perfect. Let's start with the word sibling. A sibling is your brother or your sister. It's a very common word in English. For example, I have two siblings means I have two brothers or sisters.
Next, only child. If you're an only child, it means you don't have any siblings. You're the only son or daughter in your family. For example, my friend Sarah is an only child. She grew up without any brothers or sisters.
Good one. Next, extended family. Your extended family includes relatives beyond your immediate family. So that's grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. For example, we had a big reunion with our extended family last summer.
I love the word reunion. A reunion is when family members or friends come together after being apart for a long time. We haven't seen each other in 5 years, so we're planning a family reunion.
Great. Next word, upbringing. Your upbringing is the way you were raised, the environment you grew up in. For example, I had a very happy upbringing. My parents were loving and supportive.
And here's another one, inherit. When you inherit something, you receive it from someone in your family, usually after they pass away. But you can also inherit traits or characteristics. For example, I inherited my grandmother's curly hair.
Nice. And one more, protective. If someone is protective, they care about you a lot and they want to keep you safe. For example, my older brother is very protective of me. He always looks out for me.
Perfect. And the last phrase, close-knit. If your family is close-knit, it means everyone is very connected, very bonded. We're a very close-knit family. We spend a lot of time together.
Excellent. So, listeners, those are your key words and phrases from today's episode. Write them down, practice them, use them in your own sentences.
Yes, and remember, talking about family isn't just about listing names and relationships. It's about sharing who these people are, what they mean to you, the memories you have with them.
Absolutely. Your family is full of stories, and when you learn to tell those stories in English, you become a much more interesting and confident speaker.
So true. All right, before we go, we want to leave you with a question to think about.
Yes, here it is. Who is the person in your family that makes you laugh the most?
Think about it. Is it your dad with his terrible jokes? Your little sister who always does silly things? Your grandma with her funny comments?
And if you want, share your answer with us. You can leave a comment or send us a message. We'd love to hear your family stories.
We really would, because at the end of the day, that's what Skillify English is all about, connecting through language, through stories, through life.
Beautifully said, Neha. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening today. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep sharing your stories.
Until next time, take care.
Bye-bye.